With free agency just around the corner, it's hard not to ponder as to where some of the top free and restricted agents may end up. In this video, I'm going to do my best to narrow down the team that makes the most logical sense for each player listed. And with that, here's where 4 NHL players will most likely end up. Last season, and throughout the qualifiers, it became extremely apparent that Toronto was in desperate need of some depth on the back end. And the number 1 target for Kyle Dubas and the Leafs this offseason, reportedly, will be the Blues' current captain in Alex Pietrangelo. Petro, who grew up directly outside of Toronto, would be able to bring leadership and experience to the young team. As Tyson Barrie's time with the Leafs is likely over, the King City native would fit in nicely on the roster. Even though he obviously won't come cheap, if Dubas can free up the needed cap space, the move would most certainly suit both parties. The blue liner, who's likely nearing the end of his prime, could possibly be signed to a short-term contract. That would in turn suit Toronto's crunched cap situation. For Arizona, reaching the playoffs this postseason was likely the best thing that will be happening to the team in a long time, as drama and a vacant GM position have left the team and fans with much uncertainty going forward. And for Taylor Hall, who has only been fortunate enough to participate in playoff hockey twice in a decade's play, the forward will likely be looking for a contending team rather than a simple pay raise. And a team that would be a potential suitor for the former Hart Trophy winner would be the Colorado Avalanche, as the Avs not only have the means to sign Hall, but also the promise of being a contending team for years to come. The potential of playing alongside a player such as Nathan MacKinnon would be a selling point just within itself. And here we are again, back to the curious case of Matthew Murray. As previously noted by Penguins GM, as both netminders' contracts expire this offseason, Jim Rutherford is going to have his hands full in choosing between the two tendies. Murray, who was drastically outplayed by Tristan Jarry last season, is most likely going to be the one shipped out of the Steel City and relocating. As many teams will be conveniently looking for reinforcements between the pipes, the possibilities for Murray's new team are seemingly endless. But one team that would definitely make sense for both sides involved would be the Minnesota Wild. As most of us know, Rutherford has a good relationship with fellow GM in Billy Guerin, and recently both came together shortly before the deadline to make a deal that was seemingly profitable for both teams. The Wild are in need of a number 1 reliable starter, as Guerin publicly expressed disappointment in both Devin Dubnyk and Alex Stalock, saying, "Can those two turn it around for you next year? No, I can't say that. If we don't get the feeling that we're going to be better, then we're going to improve it. If I have an opportunity to make it better, I will," he says. Therefore, if that's not a clear sign that both goalies are replaceable, I don't know what is. After the Blackhawks met their fate at the hands of the Vegas Golden Knights in the bubble, many couldn't help but speculate as Corey Crawford made his way through the handshake line that it would be his last time in a Chicago uniform, as the 35-year-old, who has had an illustrious career in the Windy City, is a pending UFA. But the veteran, throughout the postseason, proved that he can still be relied upon when need be, and would be the perfect addition to any team looking for a solid backup netminder that could potentially take off some of the workload from a team starter. One roster that could be in need of Crawford's netminding expertise is the one in Orange County, as Ryan Miller, at 40 years of age, has indicated that his retirement could be on the horizon this offseason. With the franchise goaltender and John Gibson already established for the Ducks, Crawford would be a logical fit in the crease to help even out Gibson's playing time.